3 minutes starts now, sir.
Chairperson, thank you. Dankie baie. Chairperson, my name is Werner Riemann. I am the Deputy CEO of Solidarity. We do not support an amendment to the Constitution to Section 25, nor do we subscribe to expropriation without compensation in any way, shape or form. Chairperson, the reasons therefore we've canvassed completely in our submissions, so we've got a few thoughts that we would want the committee to share with the committee so that they must take heed of. Firstly, Chairperson, we've got almost 190,000 members at Solidarity. A core function of Solidarity is obviously the concept of work. Now, when we see things happening in the public spectrum and Parliament, we also try and see what effect will it have on work. Now, pertaining to expropriation without compensation, Chairperson, we do not believe it would in any event have a positive effect on the youth unemployment levels. We believe that actually it will worsen. Less of us will work. The economy would be worse off, and at the end, none of us will win. A few considerations, Chairpersons, for the committee, because it's the committee that must advise Parliament. It's the committee where all of this starts. And the first thing to say on this, Chairperson, is history has already pronounced on expropriation without compensation. History found it to be morally reprehensible. The reasons why is expropriation without compensation inevitably leads to totalitarianism and authoritarianism, and naturally it will mean that individual liberties of individual person would be lessened and the power of the government and state would expand. And I'm quite surprised to learn that there are so many of the proponents of economic expropriation without compensation that would want to freely subject themselves to government. Chairperson, there's another consideration for the committee. That is, what is the real reason for the support for expropriation without compensation? What's the real reason? I believe the real reason is there's a promise that is accompanying the concept. The promise is prosperity and opportunity. So it's not as much as everybody wants to work on the farms and gain production of the farms. It's more a question of the promise of opportunity and prosperity, which is understandable because we as South Africans are in desperate need of it. Chairperson, but if the vehicle for that prosperity and opportunity is not expropriation without compensation. Voorsitter, dit gaan rampspoedig wees. As iemand my nie wil glo nie, gaan praat met enige Zimbabwe immigrant en vra hulle of hulle vryer is as gevolg van die onteiening wat daar gebeur het. Chairperson, I thank you. Solidarity opposes expropriation without compensation in any way, shape or form. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your time starts now, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Mushupa Ezekiel Zakaria Ramatene. I'm born and bred in Valmansdam, near Pretoria. I don't want to remember how the ex-regime have been taking our land. Now they talk about compensation. Compensation for what? Number one, did they buy the land? And how much did they buy? And from who? And there is another problem of these people, they say we cannot farm. But they are our supervisor. We do the work. We do the work, they are our supervisor. In other way, we can supervise ourselves, even we can work. Now, this constitution must be amended. Reason why we blacks who have been squashed by the ex-regime, they put them first, they put the Indian and the colors the second, they put the owner of the land at the tail, which is wrong. Now, we deserve to stay in the first class now. Our first class is, priority is number one is the land. Because you cannot determine the price of the land. We want the land back to the Africans of South Africa. And then, if you can check clear, very clear, even the government itself doesn't own the land. The land owned by the chief. Because in 1952, there was no government. The chiefs were there owning the land, King Sikukune, whatever, with King Mushweshe. So we want to be ruled by those people. The government must only govern the land. So if you steal something from me, and after that you say you have to be compensated for what? So, please bring the land back to the people. Bring the land back to the people. Don't hesitate. After this session, all the session, don't hesitate. Apply that section 25. Apply immediately and effectively, but with the right way. Speed and accurate like a machine when you do that thing. But the only thing you have to watch, respect the traditional leaders, respect the chief, respect each and everyone, especially here in South Africa. We don't want to chase them away.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your time starts now.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Chairperson. I'm here to say that Section 25 of the Constitution should not be amended on the fact that on the expropriation of land. This is because when this rule was put into constitutions, there were reasons behind that. And I don't think because of our current situation, we should change that. And I don't know much of what happened during apartheid era and things like that. All I can say is that I know that it was unjust for white people to take the land from black people. But today all we can say is that we forgive and we move on, that our country, South Africa, can be in peace. Thank you so much.
Stop intimidating the speakers. Asseblief toch. Your time starts now.
Masiare batho bote. Ndi Nasarara Malata. Ndi Vandi Venda nga budzulo ndi apa inkangala. Nne ndi khou nyaga u amba nga mafhasi. Shango alibiele kha vhane vhalo. Na rine ri a kona u developer, ri a kona u lima, ri a kona u ita zwithu zwoṱhe. Sa zwino ri khou tambula. Ngori tshelede ine ra i hola a i lingani u sapota miṱa yashu. Ri khou shuma nga vhusiwana. Ndo livhuwa.
Thank you so much, Mami. It starts now, sir.
Ke a leboha modulasetulo ka leina ke Sello Ramaphakela ke tswa ke le Atteridgeville. Ke dumellana le phetogo ya molaotheo wa lefase. Bana ba mmu ba tshwantse ba khwetse mmu wa bona back. Batho ba bantsho ka moka a ba kre mmu wa bona back, land back. Ka ntle le moo re tlo sokola le ho feta. Ba ka se re tšele dipolelo tša rena ba ba re tšela le mmu. Mmu ke se re setšeng ka sona se le re tshwantse re le lwele. Bjalo gore se ka le lwela ka madi, lena le parlamente le tshwantse le amende molao gore o kgone rena ka moka re bane le access mo ona, hobane re a kgona go bereka mmu. Re a kgona re na le bokgoni boo. Le ka lebelela ga botsebotse o tloa morago ka gore ntho ya mmu ya lefase e tla morago, e na le history. E na le history e kgolo. Dikgoši ke tsona be mmu. Dikgoši ke tsona be mmu. Ra gore lena le ba parlamente di representatives tša rena le bolele le dikgoši pele le ka tšea di decision tše dintši le dule le bona. Le na le mekgatlo, o na le mekgatlo ya dikgoši mo re ka kgonang gore le dule le bona ba kgone go le thuša modalities tša gore re change this land act, re change bjang expropriation ya land, re change bjang le dule le bona ba kgone le fa maele. Ke dumellana le molao gore o amendiwe. Ke a leboha.
Yes, sir, your time starts now.
Ya, ke a dumedisha modulasetulo Ke rata gore ke bolele ka polelo ya saesho ya Sepedi ka gore bo koko ko hae ba re nnetše ba re lebeletše. Ba re rumile gore re tlo lwela lefase le sa le la utswiwa ka 1652. Ha botse nna ke emetše mo gore lefase le boele ko bangeng ba lona. Ka gore ho ka lemoga ke nyako e bia pila ne. Ka 1652 ba shou he ba tla mo ne ile di tourist. So ebe ba lenda ko ba lendang ko Cape Town ka di hude uop. So ba re he ba fitla ba bona batho ba ba so ele batho ba ba ratang batho ba ba amogela ba ba fa pleke ya gore ba nne ele ge ba fodisha maoto. Khanthane bona ba tle ka bonnwenwe ba gore ba tlo tsia lefase ka bokhukuntswana. Biano gore yalo ne ke nyaka gore ka Sepedi ba re moyeng o dina ka di maripa ba re moshutella ga nabe. Biano borakgolo wa rena ba se lemoe gore ge ba shutella batho ba tlo naba. Biano ka gore bialo nna ka 1967 go bile le molao o tswa mo magweng wa gore Basotho a ba tshwanna go ouna dikgomo tse more than 100. By then ra kgolwa ka nane le 150 ya dikgomo. Ba ba tšeela dikgomo tsela ba re Mosotho o tshwanetse a be le kgomo tse 5. Ra kgolwa ka a amega a ba tlhokofala ka 65 ke ne le 15 years old. So maraka lemoa gore ka re mphiri go teisho a o le wa rena Basotho go tlile tšotšwane engwe e tšhoše e tlo re loma. Ke ge ke decide gore ka 1967 ke join mokgatlo wa ANC ke lebeletse ka ge batho ba baso ka nako e bo botlhe ne ba le seboka se tee mo mokgatlong wa mote e le bona ba batlolwang ditokolo tsa borakgolo wa rena. Mara nto e mmagaditšeng ke gore he ba re dikgomo tša Basotho di fetša bjae bona bašo ba rua dikgomo tša go feta Basotho tsona di fetše bjae na he ba re tša borakgolo di fetša bjae ke nto e mmagaditšeng. Bjano nna ne ke re ba ba ikemišeditse go nna le rena batho ba bašo a ba dire bjao ka moya o lokoloileng. Mara ba ba sa nyakeng go nna le rena dikhude hope e sa le gona a ba e namele ba boele morago ka re lefase le ne le buša ke borakgolo wa rena before bona ba tla ka mo. A gone sa le ke belwa se nke utlwe ba re lekgowa ke kgoši kgoši ya lekgowa e ko Britain e seng mo ke magoši a Basotho. Le lena government ya ka ANC ska la re faila please. Ne ke kgopela gore mokgatlo wa ANC le wa EFF le wa BLF re be seboka se tee ge re a mo
Your time
lefaseng
has expired,
re
sir.
tšee lefase. Ntate
Thank you.
Lekota wena o re feitše
Thank
wena.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Shh. Your time starts now, sir.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Mampuru. I'm a landless landowner on my own land. And Chairperson, this happened because criminals landed in our shores, steal our land, dispossessed us of our identity, humiliate us, enslaved us, and ultimately took everything that belongs to us. So I'm standing here to say that I am in support of the amendment of Section 25 to make it possible for the real landowners to own their land. Chairperson, it is not a secret that when they came in our country, they had some sinister motives because we know they are the devils. Their motives was nothing but to dispossess us of the land. They knew this land is rich, they knew this land is wealthy, and they did not think that we had the capacity to generate income onto this land. So we are saying to them, we've been patient enough with their sinister motives. Our patience is running out. And once that patience is running out, Chairperson will have no alternative but to forcefully take this land back to us. So Chairperson, we are saying, you in Parliament, you must make sure that this thing does not delay up until after elections. We cannot wait up until after 2019 elections because by that time, I don't think we'll be having that patience enough to work or to live with these people where they continue owning our land. We want this matter to be resolved before 2019 elections. And I must again appreciate the work which is done by EFF MPs in Parliament. Because if it wasn't because of them, we will not be sitting here today discussing the land issue.